Well, welcome to the channel, and we are going to make another one of these. Ta-da! Another straight razor, but much nicer design. It already looks good just on paper. So, we're going to get to it. Made of AEB/L stainless steel, which is designed specifically for razors and surgical steel scalpels. So you can't go wrong if you're going to make a razor using AEB stainless steel. Then it won't rust. So that's why I'm using stainless steel instead of a Damascus or a high carbon steel. I'm going to do a few different things to what I did last time, and this time a bit more flair, I think, a bit more humpa into it. So yeah, looking forward to it. Got a good design in here. It's just got to get out there. So let's get to it. All you need is a grinder with a very thin disc, and you can cut through this 5mm stainless steel, no worries. So yeah, if you haven't got yourself some of these cutting discs to do this, get them now, because it makes it really easy. Well, we've cut him out now. Here he is. Hopefully you can see that. I've given him a name. Grim. This is going to be Grim. But it looks a bit boring. It needs some harsh lines, I think. So just in this section just here, I'm going to get a little grinder and cut like a hack in there, like a V, just to make this a little bit more aggressive. I think it needs harsh lines. So let's get on with it. What I'm going to use to cut this in is a little wheel, little Dremel wheel. I'm just going to cut back in there, if you can see, like this, just to get a nice bit of an aggressive, I don't know what you want to call it really, but one of those. I'll just attach this to my flexible lead here, and we'll do a little bit of grinding. It's also really important to drill this hole for your pin first, because if you miss drilling that now and try and drill it later, oh, it's really, really hard. And it's important also to get your centre line marked on here before you start doing any grinding. So normally I just use my calipers here and then just measure the width and then just score a line, so you can always see where the middle is. But yeah, let's carry on and we'll do a little bit of cutting. There we go, it's going to take a while, so I'll stop you and turn you back on again. There's no hurry, and you've got good control when you do it like this, because you can't take a lot off. So it's whilst it takes longer, it's harder to make a mistake. Because if you're using, if I went and used a big grinding wheel on this, it'd be really easy to go too far. And before I start doing my roundings off on the edges here, it needs to be all the right profile and shape, so it's neat and they match and they look good. So I'll just away for the next half hour and we should have some sort of shape that's worthy to look at. I don't normally draw any lines on or anything like that. I'd much prefer to see it develop in front of me and decide, oh yes, this needs a little bit more here or a little bit more there. But at the moment, it's coming along pretty good. See there? Yeah. It's adding to the aggressiveness of the blade, I think. Some nice sharp V's there with a nice V-shaped file. So right in there, like this. And just have a look and carry on. So yeah, going good. Go, filing madness. Tape it up there, tape it on the top here. Grim teeth. Yeah, coming along very good. I didn't plan exactly this, because art comes as it comes, doesn't it? To me, art evolves out of the sense and the feeling as you're going, and as you're going you go, I'll just do this, I'll just do that, And oh, my only intention was just to put a couple of these in there, and now it's turned into what it is. So yeah, very happy with how Grim is progressing. Decided to do something with the tail to change from the squareness and make it just a bit more round, but I've tapered these in quite nice, just with the file running up there like that. And yes, I've tapered across the top here along like that. So all in all now, he's looking quite beastie. Yes, really pleased with how he's coming along. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, by the time I get some of this black and some of it polished, this is going to be a mean looking bad boy. The Grim coming. Oh dear, I've got to stop this Grim stuff. Now I've got to do the bevel just here. We'll get that nice and circular scooped out of this end piece here. And we're going to be cooking with gas, but yes, this is looking very, I want to say it, like Grim. Grim's razor. No, that's a lot of filing. Everything there was done with the file and a vise. So just small little files, just these boys here, and another one here, about half a dozen different round and squares and different grades, but all in all works out a treat. Yeehaw! Okay, so what I've done is built a plate in here on the round wheel on my grinder that I can go there and move like this in a circular fashion to get this circular pattern, because if you just go across like that, you're going to get a straight line going across. So it's a bit trickier to try and move that at the right time to get a nice neat circular line coming across there. And there as well. So now it's starting to look the part. This is a 60 grit finish. So I'm going to change the belt to a 400 and just neaten this up nice to get rid of this chunky grain scrapes sort of look. Make it a bit smoother. Started smoothing this out. Put a 400 standard belt and I've just been doing a little bit of hand sanding, just using the curve of the belt backwards and forwards like this, which is just making this nice finish we've got here. Take it to the bench now and start doing some flat filing on this ridge just here. But the hollow grind coming up quite nice, looking very good. Here we go. Been doing a bit of sanding at the bench, and yes, coming along very nicely. Nice clean lines along here. That's just with 800 grit. Yeah, looking pretty good. Wind thin down the back end. Yes, when I get some of these bits polished and some of it I'll make, you know, really dark gun blue black sort of thing. I think this is going to look really sweet. I'm really pleased with the way that he's coming along. It's looking awesome. And notice I didn't say Grim. Oh, can't help it. It just looks like, you know, exactly that. I just really like it. Yeah.